back to another Talks Hyper video, and today we are doing a Wisconsin favorite. We are making ourselves an old fashioned, but not just any old fashioned. We are making ourselves a charred orange old fashioned. All right, and we're gonna be charring our oranges. All right, right here, we're gonna be charring our orange on none other than a Blackstone skillet. Yes, I know. Absolutely amazing. Not sponsored, by the way. Old fashions are a Wisconsin favorite. Here's a quick history about Wisconsin old fashions. And as you guys know, we have a secondary camera right here. Howdy, welcome to my backyard. I know it is summertime, baby, and I'm feeling good. All right, I'm feeling good. It is summertime, and yeah. Other than that, let me give you guys a quick introduction with some of the ingredients that we're working with. Obviously, you guys can substitute your alcohol with whatever of your alcohol choosing is. I must say this is a drink for 21 years or older for people. So if you're underage, don't make this at home. But yeah, to start off this recipe, we're gonna be using 4 Rose Bourbon, all right? Now, this was a bit of a hefty bottle. As I said, I made this cocktail once before for a family party, and you can see we put a little bit of a dent in this bottle. Now, another thing too with old fashions is there's sours and there's, is it sweets? I don't know, I'm gonna need an expert on that one. But you can either do a sour or a sweet one. Now, if you want a sour one, obviously you don't put any of this extra liquid in here. You just put your bourbon in there and bada bing, bada boom, that's your sour. But if you want a sweet one, you add a little bit of, you know, some carbonated water and or Sprite. I know a lot of people like to do that. So yeah, we have these 2 ingredients right here. Some premium cocktail cherries. These are gonna be useful because we're gonna be muddling some cherries and some oranges into this glass, and I'll tell you what, you can't go wrong with these cherries. And also we have some orange bitters. I like to use another brand of bitters. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head, but my brother stole it from me. So we're stuck with orange bitters, which is okay. It's not the end of the world. Obviously we have ourselves a navel orange. Nothing too special. We're just gonna be cutting up in slices. And last and not least, you want to get your sugar cubes. I have sugar cubes right here. You're only gonna need like 1 or 2, so you should be good, or you can just use a spoonful of sugar. Doesn't really matter. For my muddler, my knife, my spoon, my glass, and a cutting board so I can cut some of these oranges. Now, these are the ingredients that you pretty much need to make this, and also a grill, which we'll get to in a little bit. We're gonna start off this drink by putting some orange slices and some cherries and cherry juice in here. We're gonna be muddling it all in there, and we'll go from there. So here we go. Boom, all right, so here we go. Here's our glass that we're gonna be using. It's not an old-fashioned glass, but it'll do for what we need because, you know, whatever. So here we go. We're gonna be opening up our cherries. Doesn't that just look good? That just looks delicious to me. All right, and we're obviously, you know, we don't want anything too crazy. I'm thinking like probably like 3 cherries. I think 3 cherries themselves is pretty good, and then we're also gonna need a little bit of that cherry juice in there. Beauty, that's pretty good. You can always add more. You don't wanna add too much, you don't wanna make it too sweet. All right, and then we're gonna wanna cut up our orange. Now, I'm not very good at this, so bear with me, here we go. I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't think it's gonna go bad. Come on, I mean, how hard is it to cut an orange, right? How hard is it to cut a freaking orange? Here we go. Hey, if you guys recognize this knife, tell me where you recognize it from. Tell me where we bought this knife. Tell me who sponsors this knife. There we go. We don't want them too thick. We don't want them too thin. All right, there we go. Just a couple orange slices, nothing too crazy. Here we go, our nice little orange slice wheel, and that's gonna go plopping right into our drink. So we're just gonna plop that right down our drink. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, and from there, we're literally now just gonna muddle all this in, crush it. You just wanna crush it. Did anyone else just see that? You can leave the orange peel in there, you can take it out. I prefer to leave it in just for all the little orange zest, you know what I mean. You know, honestly, for only making 3 videos of Cocktail of the Month, I'll be honest, I gotten pretty good, right? Come on, a non-mixologist? Whatever, I think I'm doing good. I just completely squirted all this juice on me, hang on. My arm's gonna be so sticky now. It's a good thing to have napkins. See, I'm coming prepared. Before I would have to go run around in the middle of the video and start grabbing all this stuff. I'm prepared now. So after we muddled up all of our stuff into the cup, what we're gonna wanna do now is we're gonna wanna take our orange bitters. We're gonna wanna put a couple little splashes in there. Nothing too crazy, all right? Nothing too crazy. Just a couple little splashes in there. That's all we want. I wish there was smell-o-vision, because if you guys could smell this right now, pure orange. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh. 3 splashes, that's all it took. Oh, and I forgot, after you wanna do that, I didn't add it in the video, but really, if you're at this point, it's fine. Just take a sugar cube, one little sugar cube, one measly sugar cube. You wanna take 1 sugar cube, put it in your bowl, and you also wanna muddle that in there. So I did forget to do that, that's my bad. But it's not bad, it's just a sugar cube or a spoonful of sugar, doesn't matter. You know what time it is? You know what time it is now. It is time to go scorch some oranges. I don't know what else to say. This is my first time operating the Blackstone skillet by myself, so we're gonna see how that goes. So all right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Oh wait, hang on. No, now we're going for a little bit of a vlog. We're walking through my backyard. I walked over to the Blackstone. The other camera's recording, but yeah. So I don't need the drink. It's time for everyone's favorite part, the Blackstone grill part. I actually went with. So yeah, here we go. We got our Blackstone. Let's see if we can get it lit. There we go. So as you guys can see right now, the Blackstone grill, it's really doing its work right now. You know, pretty soon we're gonna see it start smoking a little bit. We got a nice little layer of oil on there, but that's what they say you're supposed to do. All we're doing is a little orange. We're blackening a little orange. We're fine. So yeah, you know, we're getting there. Just hang on a minute. We're getting there. I can definitely feel the heat starting to get up there a little bit. So yeah, remember what this recipe is, right? Remember what this recipe is. It's a charred orange old fashioned. Now this charred orange, all it really is just a cherry on top. It doesn't really add too much flavor. If anything, it dehydrates the fruit a little bit. It's really just a cherry on top. So this isn't the biggest part of the process, but I just thought it'd be fun to film it and do it. So yeah, we're gonna take our little orange, let's just stick it right on there. Oh yeah. Yeah, you guys hear that? You guys hear that? You guys see that? Yeah. It's looking pretty good, And again, we're charring this, so we don't wanna burn this thing, all right? We're not trying to completely destroy this orange, you know? We're just, every now and then, you know, just give it a little flip. See, you can see a little bit of blackening on there. So yeah, it's pretty much all we're looking for, but a little bit more, obviously. Kind of basically dehydrating this orange slice. I don't know what the other best way to say that is, but yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. Oh yeah, there we go. Here we go, that's more like it. Get the other side just a little bit more on the black side, and then we're gonna go back over there. Now look at that, that is exactly what we're looking for here. It's exactly what we want. As I said, we want a charred orange with a lot of dehydration in there. Very pretty. So now that what we're gonna wanna do, now that we have our charred orange, is now we're gonna be starting to add our alcohol. So I have some ice here that we're gonna be grabbing. Got one nice big chunk here. We're just gonna throw that right on top. We're gonna take our Four Roses Bourbon. We're gonna be taking that, and we wanna put about 2-ish shots in there. 2-ish shots. Now usually I would measure, but because I'm making this for myself today, I said, what the heck? There we go, that seems about right. So I'm cutting my charred orange in half for 2 reasons. One, because I'm only making 1 drink for myself. I want 1 of these inside my drink. Number 2, the second slice, I actually want to take this And I'm gonna put it on the rim of my glass. There we go. And then to make it just a little bit more on the sweeter side, we're gonna be using our, now typically you probably wanna use like Sprite. Now we don't have Sprite, and this is the best thing I can find in my house that is not Sprite. So we're gonna be opening this bad boy up. Everyone know this brand? If not, it's pretty good, but I'm gonna be using it in my drink today. Damn, I can't open it. Got it. Dump some of that in there. We're gonna mix it all around. Make sure all those juices and the sugar and everything kinda. And there you have it. You have yourself a grilled charred orange old-fashioned made by me. I know it's probably not the most beautiful thing you guys see in the world, but again, this is DIY. I don't go to class or school to learn about mixology. I don't do all of that, all right? I'm doing all this by the skin of my teeth. Now I'm gonna try this. Now I'm not gonna, here's what I'm gonna say, all right? I'm not the biggest fan of old fashions, all right? But ever since I made this a couple weeks ago, I fell in love with it. So I'm gonna try it once again to see if I can still get that same taste. And then I'm also gonna bring in my mom, who is also gonna try it and see if she can do the same taste. But real quick, can I just get a real, look at that. Here we go, let's try it. Charred orange, old fashioned. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Now, for those of you who are gonna try this and make it, and if you've never had an old fashioned before, it is strong on the alcohol side. I want everyone to know that. Okay, it's not like I made this, it's gonna be the sweetest thing in the entire world, because that's not true. It's absolutely not true. Now you can always make it more sweet, but then at that point, it's a cocktail, not an old fashioned, I guess. So, isn't that is so good in my opinion. It's honestly very refreshing, and if you like a little bit of a bitter taste, I'm telling you, old fashions is the way you want to go. If you're sick and tired of all that sweet stuff, I'm telling you what, you want a little bit of a savory taste, a little bit of a more bitter taste, old fashioned is the way to go. Now, I want to get my mom to come out here and try my old fashioned and see if she thinks that this is an old fashioned worthy, or if she's gonna be like, this is absolutely disgusting. Let's see what she has to say.
All right, well, here I am again, guys. I'm going to try Caden's famous drink, an old fashioned, which I absolutely love. It's a Wisconsin thing. So Pippa and I are going, well, Pippa's not gonna try it, but Mommy is, yes. Okay. It's good.
It's good?
It is good.
Are you being honest?
I am being honest. Actually, I think this is my favorite one that you've made.
Really?
Yep. Did you do something different?
Besides the bitters and adding this, no.
Nope. I really liked it. It was good, Pippa. Yeah.
Well, there you have it, folks. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Obviously, I love this old fashioned. My mom loves this old fashioned. Wisconsin loves this old fashioned. So do me a favor and try it if you ever want to. And other than that, guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video and sticking around with me for cocktail of the month. I know I've missed the last couple months, but very happy to be back and doing it. And I'll tell you what, this took a lot of setup and a lot of work, but in my opinion, it was worth it. So other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the future. Peace! Peace!